Now let's see how we can form the general form of the equation of a circle with its center and radius, right? Now you remember the general equation. We've discussed this before. It's something like this: x minus h whole square plus y minus I whole square is equal to r square, right? Where the point on the circle has coordinates x and y, and the center of the circle has the coordinates h and I, right? And r is the radius of the circle. But you can see this is also the equation of a circle. But we need to now convert this into the general form of a circle, which is this one over here, right? And we need to determine what the center of the circle is and what the radius is, right? So from this, we already basically know that x and y are the points on the circle, but we still do not know how to determine the center and the radius. So what do we do now? First, we add g squared plus f squared on both the left-hand side and the right-hand side of the equation. So you get this. Now what you need to do is you need to simplify this. So the first thing you do is you take this constant term plus c to the right-hand side, and it becomes negative c. And then what you must do is the remaining terms on the left-hand side, these terms, you need to consolidate them, right? So we get this by consolidation. How have we gotten this? Well, you know that x plus g whole square is equal to x square plus 2gx plus g square upon expansion, and that's exactly the three terms you have over here, right? So you can consolidate these three terms into x plus g whole square, and the remaining three terms, this y square plus 2fi plus f square, you can use the same logic and you can consolidate it into y plus f whole square, right? So now you have this. Now what you must do is, since you know that in the general form you have negative signs, right? Let me just again write this down. This is the general form of the equation of a circle, and you see these are negative signs. So now you need to, instead of writing x plus g whole square, you write x minus negative g whole square and y minus negative f whole square, right? And again, since the term on the right hand side is a square term, r square, so you need to now basically convert this term on the right hand side into a square form. So what you do is simply you put this put the entire right hand side in an under root sign and take the square of that, right? So that the actual value still remains as it did before, right? Because eventually this square term and this under root sign, they both cancel out, and eventually they give you the same g squared plus f squared minus c. Now you have this, and from this, if you remember the equation, the general equation, which was this, right? This h corresponds to this negative g, and this I corresponds to this negative f, and this r corresponds to this under root g squared plus f squared minus c, right? So minus g and f is the center of the circle, the coordinates of the center, and this term under root this term inside the bracket, which is this one over here, g squared plus f squared minus c, this is the radius of the circle, right?